Welcome back in this lecture. In my previous lecture, I have given you the definition and proof of the Bessel function of first kind, and also I have given you the recurrence relation. Now in this lecture, I will solve the question based on the Bessel function. So in the first question, evaluate the values of j half, j minus half, j 3 by 2 and j minus 3 by 2. Solution. So in the first problem, let us evaluate the values of j half, j minus half, j 3 by 2 and j minus 3 by 2. Then we know that the Bessel function of first kind is the Bessel function of first kind is, or the Bessel function of first kind is equal to 1 upon 2 power n gamma n plus 1. Then here we have x power n. Then in the bracket we have 1 minus x square upon 4 n plus 1. Then the next one will be your x power 4 square into factorial 2 into n plus 1 into n plus 2 and then so on. So this was your Bessel function of the nth order. Now here we need the values of j half and j minus half. So put n equal to 1 by 2. So if you put n equal to 1 by 2, then our j half will be equal to x power half. Then here we will have 2 power half. Then we will have gamma 3 by 2, and in the bracket we will have 1 minus x square. Now as our n is half, so this will be your half plus 1, so this will be 3 by 2. So we will have 6. And here your first term is 3 by 2, and this will be your 5 by 2. So this 4 will get cancelled with this 4. So we will have 4 to the 8. Then that means this is your 120 and so on. Okay. Now we can write this term as your gamma 3 by 2 is equal to, so this is your basically x power half, that means root x. So this is your x power half, then we have 2 power half, then your gamma 3 by 2 is half gamma half, and that means half gamma half. Gamma half is root pi. So this is your root pi. And in the bracket we have 1 minus x square upon 6 plus x power 4 upon 120. Now if you take this 2 in the numerator, then this will be your root, this will be your 2, and 2 can be written as root 2 whole square. So we will have root 2 here in the numerator. So now here we have root pi. Let us divide by x and multiply this expression by x. So here we will have x. So this will be your x cube upon, now this can be written as factorial 3, and this will be your x power 5 upon factorial 5, because your factorial 5 is 120. 5 into 4, then we will have 3 into 2 into 1. So this is your 120. Now this can be written as your root x whole square. So this is your root x. So this is equal to root 2 upon pi x. Now this bracket x minus x cube upon factorial 3 plus x power 5 upon factorial 5 is your sin x. So this is your sin x. So therefore our j half x is equal to root 2 upon pi x into sin x. So this is the value of j plus half. Now let us put n equal to minus 1 by 2 in this equation. Say this equation is 1. Put n equal to minus half in 1. So if we put n equal to minus half, then our j minus half will be equal to x power minus half upon 2 power minus half into gamma n plus 1, so that will be your gamma half. Now in the bracket we will have 1 minus x square upon 4 into minus half plus 1, so this will be your just 2. Then our next term will be x power 4 upon, so if you put n equal to minus 1, so that will be your half into 3 by 2. So again our 4 will get cancelled. Then we will have 3 into 6 into 4, so that will be a 24. Now gamma half is your root pi. These two can be taken in the numerator, so this is your 2 upon x into root pi. So this is your root 2 upon pi x. Now this is your 1 minus x square upon factorial 2 plus x power 4 upon factorial 4. And this is your, this bracket is your cos x. So your j minus half is equal to root 2 upon pi x into cos x. Here in the bracket we have 1 minus x square upon factorial 2 plus x power 4 upon factorial 4. Now we can have the value of j 3 by 2 from this, again this equation. Just put n equal to 3 by 2. Then we will have to do some rearrangement. Then we can have the values of j 3 by 2 and j minus 3 by 2. But I am not using this equation for j 3 by 2 and j minus 3 by 2. Let us apply the difference relation for j 3 by 2 and j minus 3 by 2. So for j 3 by 2, for j 3 by 2, as we know that your jn plus 1 equal to 2n upon x gn into 2n upon x into gn minus jn minus 1. So here put n equal to half. So if you put n equal to half, then you will have j 3 by 2, and this will be your, put n equal to half, so we will have 1 by x into j half minus, put n equal to half here, so we will have j minus half, and we have the values of j half and j minus half. Your j half is root 2 upon pi x into sin x, and your j half is root 2 upon pi x into cos x. So this is equal to root 2 upon pi x, then your sin x upon x minus cos x. So this is the value of j 3 by 2. Now for j minus 3 by 2, put n equal to minus half. Again put n equal to, say this equation number is 1. So again put n equal to minus half. So if you put n equal to minus half in 2, then this left hand side will be j half 2. Now this will be your, if you put n equal to minus half, then this will be your minus 1 upon x, j minus half, then j minus 3 by 2. So your j half is root 2 upon pi x sin x. This is your minus 1 upon x into j half. J half is root 2 upon pi x into cos x minus j minus 3 by 2. So your j minus 3 by 2 is equal to, so j minus 3 by 2 is equal to minus root 2 upon pi x cos x upon x plus sin x. So this is your value of j minus 3 by 2. Here we have the value of n as minus half. So this will be your minus j minus half, and this will be your j minus 3 by 2. So if you take this, then this is your j minus 3 by 2. Now we will evaluate the J4 or J3 or J5 in terms of J0 and J1. So we have the question, evaluate or write J4 in terms of J0 and J1. So our solution, here we have to express J4 in terms of J0 and J1. So as we need J4, so let us put n equal to 3 here. So put n equal to 3 in 1. So our J4 will be equal to 6 upon x, then we will have J3 minus J2. Now we need the values of J3 and J2. So for J3, put n equal to 2 here. So if we put n equal to 2 here, then we will have 4 upon x. Now this will be your J2. Put n equal to 2. So this will be your J1 minus J2. So this is equal to 24 upon x square plus minus 1 J2 minus 6 upon x J1. Now again for J2, put n equal to 1 here. So this is equal to 24 upon x square minus 1. So if we put n equal to 1 here, then we will have 2 upon x J1, then minus J0, and then we will have 6 upon x J1. So on multiplication we will get, now this term will be your 24 into 2. We need the value in terms of J1. So this will be 48 upon x cube into J1. Then here we will have minus 2 upon x J1, minus 6 upon x J1. So we will have minus 8 upon x J1. Then we will have minus J0 into this term. So this will be your J0 into 1 minus 24 upon x square. So this is equal to J1 48 upon x cube minus 8 upon x plus J0 into 1 minus 24 upon x square. So here this is the value of J4 in terms of J0 and J1. Then next question, show that your J1 dash is equal to minus J1 plus 1 upon x into J2. Then this is your first part. Then prove that x square Jn double dash is equal to n square minus n minus x square Jn plus x into Jn plus 1. So let us prove these two parts. So solution, here you can see that if we put n equal to 1 here, then we will get this first part. So first prove the second part. So for this, now we have the recurrence relation. Let us start with the second part. Add solution of the second part. As we have this recurrence relation, x Jn dash equal to minus n Jn plus x Jn minus 1. So as we do not need any Jn minus 1, so let us apply the recurrence number 1, which is your this one. So this we know that we have these two recurrence relation, and the second one was your minus n Jn plus x into Jn minus 1. So this is equation number 1 and this is your 2. We know that these two recurrence relation. Now let us differentiate equation number 2. Equation number 1 with respect to x. So differentiating 1 with respect to x, we get, so the first one will be your x Jn double dash plus Jn dash. Now in the right hand side we will have n into Jn dash minus Jn plus 1, then we will have x into Jn plus 1 dash. Now multiply this whole equation by x. So we will have x square Jn double dash equal to Now this will be your x into gn dash. Now in the right hand side we will have this first term is n gn dash, as we have multiplied the whole equation by x, so we will have n x into gn dash minus x gn plus 1, then we will have x square gn plus 1 dash, or we can write it as x into gn plus 1 dash. Now let us put the values of x gn plus 1 dash and x gn dash from equation number 1 and 2. So for x gn dash I will use equation number 1 because we need the values in terms of gn plus 1, and for x gn plus 1 dash let us replace our n by n plus 1 here. So for this we will use this recurrence relation, and for x gn dash let us apply the equation number 1. So this is equal to x square gn double dash. Now if you apply this equation number 1, then we will have n gn minus x gn plus 1. Again in the right hand side we will have n square into gn, then we will have minus n x into gn plus 1, then minus x into gn plus 1, then this will be your minus n into, now we have to replace our n by n plus 1, so this will be your minus, so this minus will be plus into gn plus 1. Again here we have plus and here we have minus, so this will be minus x square, as we have to replace our n by n plus 1, so this will be your gn. So this is your gn. Now you can see that many terms are cancelled, so this term is cancelled with this one, so your x square gn double dash is equal to, now take the remaining terms common, so we will have, now this is your n square, then here we will have minus n, then here we have minus x square gn, and then we will have these two terms. Now this minus x gn plus 1, this plus x gn plus 1 will get cancelled, so we have just x gn plus 1. So this is what we have to prove. So this is the proof of the second part. Now for the first part, let us put n equal to 1. So solution for the first part, put n equal to 1 in equation, say this one as 2. So put n equal to 1 in this equation number 2. So equation number 3. So if we put n equal to 1 in equation number 3, then we will have x square j1 double dash equal to, now this will be your 1 minus 1, so this is 0. So we will have minus x square j1, then we will have 1 plus x into j2. As we have to put n equal to 1, so this will be a j2. So if we divide this whole equation by x square, then we will have j1 plus 1 upon x j2. So this is the proof of the first part, which is your minus j1 plus 1 by x into j2. Then the next part, question, show that your jn double dash equal to 1 by 4 jn minus 2 jn plus jn plus 2. Here we have to prove that our jn double dash equal to 1 by 4 jn minus 2 jn plus jn plus 2. So proof. So solution, again use your recurrence relation 4. Your recurrence relation 4 was, as we know that the recurrence relation number 4 was jn dash equal to half jn minus 1 minus jn plus 1. This was your recurrence relation number 4. Now let us differentiate this whole equation. Say this is equation number 1. Again differentiating, with respect to x, we get, so here we will have Jn double dash, and in the right hand side we will have Jn minus 1 dash minus Jn plus 1 dash. So this is our right hand side in this case. Now, as we need the result in terms of n minus 2 and n plus 2, so for this Jn minus 1 dash, replace your n by n minus 1 here. If we replace n by n minus 1 here, then we will get the value of Jn minus 1 dash. And again for j dash n plus 1, replace your n by n plus 1 here, then we will get your n plus 2. So let us put the values of Jn minus 1 dash and Jn plus 1 dash from this equation to this equation. So for the first part, replace your n by n minus 1 here. So we will have 1 by 2 Jn minus 2. Now if you replace your n by n minus 1, then we will get Jn. Then again the second part will be 1 by 2. Replace your n by n plus 1. So we have half Jn. Here we will have half Jn, then Jn plus 2. Okay. Now you can see that if you take half common, then we will have 1 by 4 Jn minus 2 Jn plus Jn plus 2. And this is what we have to prove. So now the next problem, show that your integration of x cube into your integration of j3 with respect to x equal to c minus j2 minus 2 upon x j1. So solution. Let us prove that integration of j3 equal to this one. Now left hand side, let us start with this left hand side, which is your j3 dx. Now we can write this one as x power minus 2, then we can write x power 2 into x power minus 2 into j3 into dx. Now we can write this j3 like this. Okay. Now here we will need recurrence relation number 5th or 6th. Your recurrence relation number 6 was x power minus n Jn. This was equal to minus x power minus n Jn plus 1. This was your recurrence relation number. This was your recurrence relation number 6. So now let us integrate this term using the by part integration. So now the integration of this will be x power minus 2 into j3. Then we will have minus sign. Differentiation of x square will be 2x, and then the integration of this will be x power minus 2 into j3, and then we will have some integration constant. Now the integration of x minus 2 j3 will be, so if you integrate this equation then and put n equal to 2, I think here we will have minus plus sign. This is not minus. Now if you put n equal to 2 here, then the right hand side will be x power minus 2 into j3. Now if you integrate this equation with respect to x, then the integration of x minus 2 into j3 will be equal to minus x power minus 2 into j2. So if you put n equal to 2 here and then integrate this equation, then this is equal to, then this bracket will be equal to minus x power minus 2 into j2. Again, here we will have 2 outside. Then the integration of this term will be equal to minus x power minus 2 j2. So this is equal to, now this will be minus j2. Now Here we will have x power minus 1, so this minus minus is plus, so we will have 2, then divided by this x, so this will be basically x power minus 1 into j2 dx plus some constant of integration. And again, if you put n equal to 1 here, if you put n equal to 1, then this will be your x power minus 1 into j2, and this will be equal to x power minus 1 into j1. So this will be your, again apply this equation. So the integration of, from here we can write integration of x power minus n into jn plus 1 equal to, so on integration we will get minus x power minus n into jn. So again, if you put n equal to 1 here, then we will get x power minus 1 j2 equal to minus x power minus 1 into j1. So this will be minus x into j1 plus some constant of integration. So this is equal to c minus j2 minus this is x power minus 1, so minus 2 into j1 upon x. So this is what we have to do. So this is the solution of this part. This is your answer. Then our next problem is show that integration of x j naught square is equal to of x square j naught square plus j1 square. So solution, let us start with the left hand side. This left hand side can be written as x j naught square. We can also write it as x j naught square into x dx. Now let us use the bar chart integration. Here I will differentiate this term and integrate this one. So this is equal to j naught square, and then the integration of x square will be x square by 2, and this is your first term. Then minus 2 minus, then the differentiation of j naught square will be 2 times j naught into j1 and j naught into j naught dash, and then the integration of x will be x square by 2 dx. So this 2 will get with this 2, this 2 will get cancelled with this 2. So this is equal to 1 by 2 x square j naught square, and here we will have integration. Now we can write this one as x j naught into x j1 dash j naught dash. We can write this one as x j naught into x j naught dash. Now because we know that this relation, this was your x power n into jn equal to x power n into jn minus 1. So if we put n equal to 1 or integrate this equation, then we know that, or if you put n equal to 0, or if you use this one, then you will have minus sign here, then this will be a plus 1. We know that this is equal to this one, so if you put n equal to 0, then this will be your j naught dash, and in the right hand side if you put n equal to 0, then this will be your minus j1. So here we can replace our j naught dash by minus j1. So therefore our left hand side is equal to 1 by 2 x square j naught square minus this j naught dash can be written as minus j1, so this will be a plus. Then we have integration of x j naught into x j1 into dx. Now again this x j naught can be written as, so again we can write this one as x power minus 2 j naught square plus, now this is your x j1, we can write this x j1, and we can write this x j naught as d by dx of x j1, and then integration with respect to x. How it is possible? Because we also know that, d by dx of x power n into jn is equal to x power n into jn minus 1. So if you put n equal to 1 here, then this will be your x into j1, and this is equal to x into j naught. So your x into j naught is equal to d by dx of x j1. So your x into j naught is basically replaced by this one. Now this is, if you write this as say u, then this is your basically u into du, and u into du means integration of u with respect to u, and the integration of u will be u square by 2. So this is equal to, to 1 by 2 x power 2 into j naught square plus, now this is, if you assume this one as u, then this will be u into du. So the integration of u will be u square by 2. So we will have x square j1 square by 2. So this is your 1 by x square j naught square plus j1 square. So this is your answer.